Welcome back, everybody, to the Meeple Marathon's playthrough of Aftermath. Today we're going to be revisiting Mission 8C, House Hunting and Chandeliers. This was, so far, the only mission that we have failed, so we're going to attempt it again. I'm going to take a slightly different route to see if that makes any difference. Last time when we came down Parkway, round the clock, and into Chandeliers, this time we're going to go East Street, down to Gutter Doom. It's pretty straightforward. We just have to get there, survive, and spy a house. We have 3 turns to do it. Our side mission will be Exterminators. Again, this will be... we have to set up the encounter deck slightly, and hopefully we draw one of these cards, and if we successfully take care of that encounter while we're on it, I'm pretty sure it involves some roaches, we will be successful, and this will help us in the end. I think it's going to help us when we are kind of away, and if we come back and there's been an event while we are away, if it involves roaches, I think we're safe. So today we're going to be playing with Messiah and Ringer. If you've not been keeping up, pretty much Ringer he's all kitted out as far as his upgrades are concerned. He's got all 4 upgrades. He also has his starting weapon, and we gave him the fish hook and thread. Since we have the workshop, we didn't have to spend any scrap to give that to him. And Messiah has, along with his starting ability Team Focus, he's got Crack Shot and Lucky, his starting crossbow, and the Tattered Scarf, which is going to give him 6 hand limit instead of 5. And that's pretty much it. Again, we've seen all of this before. We've seen a lot of these locations before, so I'm not going to be spending a lot of time. I'm not going to reread stuff or anything like that. I'm just going to kind of breeze through this and try and get to the end, because this is the 3rd and final event of this huge house hunting mission that we've been attempting. So I definitely want to see what's at the end of the rainbow here. So let's go ahead and get started with East Street. Okay, so here we are on East Street, and the first encounter that we drew was number 4, so this is, as long as we can defeat these 2 scorpions on our way through East Street, then we will be successful in our side mission. So this is actually the first time that I have encountered scorpions, so this will be interesting. There's just 2 basic scorpions. The scorpion leader stayed at home this time. Situation is hostile, so as soon as they get up to 2 threat cards, they're going to go ahead and activate. So let's start with Messiah here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so we've got 1 threat card. I'll put that over there. And I need some green movement to not only hop over this green line here, but also to make a successful ranged attack on the enemy there. So I think what I'm going to do is, let's gather these up here, spend 1 to hop down here, and then, oh no, wait, hold that thought. Spend 2 to hop down here. That'll put me right here. Then I'm going to spend 1 to start my attack. I get +2 here, so I'm at 3. The scorpions have a shield of 4 and 2 health. So I'm going to need to hit them more than once here. So I'm at 3, 4, let's get us up to 5. Okay, so we are successful. Those cancel each other out. All right, so the scorpions, take a damage here. Just need to remember that. But that, I guess it really doesn't matter. They are the same. And then I'm just gonna save this guy for now because he's not doing me any good. Yeah, all right. So let's move on to Ringer. Okay, so unfortunately Ringer is going to activate these scorpions as well, so let's see if we can't take out this other guy here, the rectangular one. Okay, so if I can get to this space here, his ranged weapon can give me adjacent and then +1. So I can get there, but I have nothing to start my ranged attack with. So unfortunately there's not a whole lot I can accomplish here. I think what I'm going to do, and I don't have a white card to do Feral Stare, I guess I could go ahead and place down Fish Hook because I can use this once per page. So maybe let's do that. All right, let's say I'm going to put the Fish Hook here. The Fish Hook allows me to treat a solid line as a single dotted line once per page, and I'll get it back. So we'll spend, we'll start here. We'll spend 1, 2, and that'll get us into this space with Messiah. And then I will be able to be the focus of attack here. Let's see, they're both going to be gains trapped. Okay, so I get to choose who they're attacking. So we'll have them both go after Ringer. Okay, so I'm going to hold on to these. Okay, so unfortunately we do now have to activate these 2 scorpions. I'll just bring this one up here. They both have a 1 and a 2. So they're going to activate together. Both of these guys will move into our space with us here. And they are attacking for 5. And if we take a wound here, we will become trapped. So let me move these guys back over here, starting with the square ones. I'll have Ringer play that card there. So 5 against 3, not looking good here. Yep, definitely took a hit. So Ringer takes a hit, and he's also going to become trapped, which I am not familiar with at the moment. Must be these cards down here. Okay. Marked, rattled, trapped. Okay, trapped reads, you cannot voluntarily move from your current space. When this character receives 1 or more wounds, it receives 1 additional wound. That's not good. Strength skill test difficulty 4, difficulty -1 for each other character in your space. Okay, so let's put this here right on his card. That's unfortunate. And then we're going to lay these down here, and he's also going to attempt to block the other attack. So 5 to 2, again, they crushed me. So trapped means I take an additional wound. So Ringer's already about to expire here. Okay, so moving on, we've got some time here, hopefully, to deal with the scorpions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so, all right, this goes up here for that guy. Now I need to be careful. I don't necessarily want to just take this guy out right away, because then this guy will activate immediately. But I also have Crack Shot here, which I can spend this 3 white to just inflict 1 wound on one of these guys. So let's see what we can do here. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend 3 there, plus 2 is 5. Do we want to make sure we hit them? And there's 6. I just want to be certain. No, that's 9. No, 8. Okay, so we're good. I didn't mention this, but I'm targeting the other guy I didn't target beforehand. So this one guy over here. Then I'm going to use Crack Shot here to inflict 1 wound on an enemy within your line of sight. Obviously he's in my same thing, so I'm going to take out this enemy here who I just targeted. I become marked, and one thing I need to check is whether or not when activating enemy, move it toward and if possible target this character. So basically, yeah, they're gonna focus on me now, which is fine. Take the focus off of Ringer. So I'll put this over here on Messiah. And I also, when you defeat an enemy with 5+, okay, never mind. Okay, I just need to refresh my memory what happens with this Scorpion and this card together. So okay, so this guy is going to move up here. He technically moves up into the 1 slot, and so he's going to now activate after my turn. Unfortunately, there's not much I can do here. I don't really have anything else to use as defense, so I am going to... actually I'm going to pass both of these on to Ringer, so that hopefully he can use this towards his strength test and this to pick up a token in our space. So these get passed along to Ringer. This guy is removed, and this guy's now attacking Messiah because Messiah is marked. So Messiah doesn't have anything. He's also going to get hit, and he's also going to become trapped. So I guess I really should not have just gotten rid of my red card, but that's fine. Okay, so we're marked and trapped. Okay, now it is back to Ringer's turn here. He can get 3 cards. Let's see what he can do. Okay. Oh, and this comes off. All right. When performing ranged attack, reduce the difficulty of the skill test for that attack by 3. So if I spend this, I can reduce my 4 to a 1. Then I can start the attack with this, and I'll throw this in there for 2, 3 to 1 to try and take out this Scorpion. Okay, we got it. And also it says after successfully attacking, return a value 1 action card you used in hand during the attack. So I'm actually going to take this one here. All right, and so we are just kind of stuck here, which stinks. Both of us are trapped on this space. So before I do anything else, I'm going to do a 3 to 2 test to pick up a token. And I got it. So let's see what we got. We got 2 food. That's fine. 2. Okay, and I've got here and here. So my strength test is reduced by 1 because Messiah's in the space with me, so I'd have to still get a positive 1 in order to pass. So I think what I'm going to do is pass this over to Messiah in hopes that he can help me. Because he's got team focus. So he can reduce any skill test by 1 if he's sharing a space. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's see what else Messiah gets here. All right, Calamity. We are at 1 time and 3+. So we got to roll this +3. Okay, so we have to deal with Calamity now, unfortunately. Calamity first. A dark shadow glides over you, as does a tiny pinpoint of red. Dust Feather's laser eyes searches for a victim. Environment card, Dust Feather. Okay. Let me find Dust Feather environment card here. Says, placed a Dust Feather token on a... Okay. There is Dust Feather added to the map. After taking a turn with a character, if it is not on a hiding space, reveal and discard the top card of the action deck. Move Dust Feather that many spaces toward that character. Attack equals 0. What? Crossing any type of lines. If Dust Feather enters that character's space, he targets that character with a ranged attack 5. Dust Feather has a defense of 6 and 1 life, and can only be attacked by using a ranged weapon with a range 2+, which I don't have anything. So essentially, we just need to get out of here. I'll put that up there. Okay. So Messiah is now attempting a strength test of 2 here. Yeah. Okay. All right, good. Yeah, we're gonna pull out all the stops here. I'm gonna start with that one, go there and there. So now I have strength test of 2 against 4. Okay, so Messiah is no longer trapped. Now Messiah is gonna hand this to Ringer. No longer trapped. I guess we're still marked. Remove when you receive a wound or you leave a map. Okay. Situation becomes safe. Okay, and this did bring the situation safe because there was nobody else until Dust Feather came in. Okay. After taking a turn with a character, if it is not on a hiding space, reveal and discard the top card from the action deck. Move Dust Feather that many spaces toward that character. Okay. Alright, 1. To my knowledge, this does not go into the threat track. Alright, crossing any type of lines, yeah. Unfortunately, he's only got to move 1 space. If Dust Feather enters that character's space, he targets that character with a ranged attack 5. Okay, so I've got a defensive card. I might as well use it. 5 to 2. Use before... No, I can't spend that. 5 to 5. Okay, so I actually did it. I rolled exactly what I needed. So I defended off Dust Feather. Perfect. Okay, so now we move on to Ringer's turn. Dust Feather is still in the area. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this one will go up here. All right, perfect. This is all I needed. So we are attempting skill test 3. We'll start with this one. 2, 2. Do I risk it? There's 2 possibilities on this die that could miss it. So let's do this. Yeah, 6 to 3. I only need 1 of these. Okay, perfect. Lost out on my white card, but that's fine. All right. Then I'm going to spend this to get Ringer out of here. And he can nest on a different turn. Okay, after taking a turn with a character, if it is not on a hiding space, reveal and discard the top card from the action deck. Move Dust Feather that many spaces toward that character. Okay, as far as I'm concerned, Ringer is on a hiding spot because he's off the map. So, he's done. Messiah is no longer trapped. So Messiah just needs to get out of here, even if he takes the long way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Alright, so this goes over here. Again, since the situation is safe, we go until we get all the way down here. Alright, and this is all I need right here. So, question is, let's take a shot at this other token in our space before we get moving. +2. Okay, so what did we earn? We earned us a battery. Alright, I'm just going to put this down here. No, throw it up here because here's a battery. Okay. Alright, then all I need to do is cross over this line and I am off the map. Alright, let me just check here when leaving the party adjacent space. Okay. We get the fish hook back because it's once per page. These all go away. And to my knowledge, Dust Feather does not follow us like in the hunt space. I could be wrong about that, but I believe we're okay. So let's go ahead and move on down to Gutter Doom. Okay, so here we are on Gutter Doom. Again, we have started right here, and we are starting with a ringer. So here's ringer starting hand. I think what we're gonna do is, we're definitely gonna use our fish hook here at some point or another, but I think I am also going to pick up this token here, so I'm at 5 to 2. All right, definitely got, what did we get? 2 more food. So food goes up to 18. We got plenty to feed everyone. All right, and so then this one will allow us to enter this space here. All right, and then I'm going to use my fish hook on this blue space, and I'm going to go ahead and spend this. It's way overkill, but I'll tell you why I did that here in a second, to move up there. So essentially, actually my movement needed to be 1 first. So I need to roll these. Okay, so 3 plus 1, 0. I'm sneaking because of the sentries. We've had this skill test before, but essentially it's kind of convoluted. After I move, I add up this to my white die and any threat cards to the black die, and if the black cards are lower, then I've not snuck very skillfully. So this other time I need to do 3 versus, okay, 4 to 0. We're still good. So we successfully snuck up onto the stop sign from our position here, laid down the fish hook so that Messiah can get up here quickly. And I'm just going to take a shot at this here. Yeah. To pick up this, I'm at 3 to 2. All right. And we got 2 more food. Okay. Up to 20. And we'll hold on to the white card. Or should we pass the white card to Messiah? Let's hold on to it because I don't think we can use white cards to cross these blue lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we want to give Messiah the most chances. Ooh, boy, look at that. Okay, so there's 1 and 1. Now again, the situation is safe because this guy can't see us. So we have to get all the way down here before anything might happen. Okay, so unfortunately Messiah is still just stuck where he is, because I don't believe I can use that 1 white to cross over this blue line. Okay, so I don't have any blues, I can't use the white, but I can spend 3 to get there. So I guess we'll spend these 3 here. That will get us here, and then 1 to get us up here. And I'm pretty sure I can make this all 1 movement here. So 4 to 1, 5 to, or 6 to 4. So there again, we almost lost our hostility, and I'll hold on to this one here. Okay, so back over to ringer. Again, we're just looking for blues, or 3 total. Okay, and this is added to his hand. All right, so again, I guess I can burn my 3 white, which would stink, but that's fine. I think that's what we need to do, is just get through here quietly. And then I'm going to need another 3. So 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, technically, if I do it this way, then I can play all of them together. So that's 6 movement. Pretty sure this is allowed. So I have to test 6 against 1. All right, 6 to 2. I'm still safe. All right. And last but not least, we'll take a shot at, we're at 4-2 to pick up a token. -1, we still did it. Let's take this one. All right, 2 scrap. So we're up to 5 scrap. Okay, so Ringer is safe. Ringer can leave. Well, actually, wait. Let's think about this. I do want to rest up Ringer, because that was part of my problem last time, is that I just tried to push on through with Grumple, and she got killed, and then I forget whoever else I was playing with also got smacked around. So let us, let's get up Messiah's hand here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Let's nest. So how do we nest? Remind me of nesting. Nesting. At the end of any player's turn, as long as the situation is safe, the party can nest. While nesting, resolve the following. Okay, spend 1 cheese to remove a heart. Change all toxic hearts. Okay, so Ringer's going to use up 2 of the food we found to remove 2 of these hearts. I think that'll be good enough. Okay, and that was technically at the end of his turn, so that's fine. We nested, we had to do plus time, so now we're at 3 time. That's okay too. And we're back to Messiah, who has got plenty of what he needs here. He can take a 2 movement, 1, 2. And again, I feel like I'm not, maybe I'm not reading this sentry card correctly, but it seems like if you move further, you should be at more risk of alerting the guard, whether as opposed to taking very minute movements. But the way I'm reading this, you add the black die to the result of the last threat card, which is a 1, compare the total results as you would in an opposed skill test. So again here, this could be it. We are just doing 2 against 1. So this became 4 and this became 3. So now all of a sudden the situation becomes hostile. But that's fine because I'm getting out of here. So he's like, he sees something. Ooh, oh my, what did I just see here? And you know what I also missed? I missed my story effects here. So let's take a look at these. Number 1 says, you make your way up a rusty stop sign that is sharply tilted to the side. If this is your first time on this page during this campaign, go to 9.3. Well, it's the first time I've encountered number 1. You hear the whining noise of battery-powered engines. If you have an action card available, you may discard 1 to go to 9.2. Okay, sure. Otherwise, read the following. You dive to the side as 2 geckos riding rollerblade motorcycles roar across the stop sign and launch into the air off the higher end. They land and screech to a halt near the guards, who do their best to appear unimpressed. The geckos start talking to the meeklings, but you are far too away to hear. Place a star token on the indicated space. Encounter 2 geckos on chain. I'm not going to put all that out there. Okay, so it says unchanged, so it was still safe at the time. If the situation is safe and sentries are still in place, read the following. The geckos haggle tensely with the guards, but a deal seems to get struck. One of the geckos retrieves a sack from the back of her blade bike, made from an old glove bound at the cuff with a rubber band. Something wiggles and squeaks from within the sack. The geckos throw the bag to the guards, and the white mice hand the geckos a weapon made from a travel-sized can of Fashion Freeze hairspray. Connected to a disposable lighter by a system of bendy straws and tape, the geckos test the weapon, spewing a gout of flame into the air and chirping in awe at the destructive power they hold. They leave satisfied. The white mice drag the squirming bag down into the joyless dark of Gutterdoom. Okay. Remove all enemies from play, so that would have even made it more easily, and retrieve mission card 6 and encounter card 19 from the discovery deck. I think we've already pulled out 19 before, the last time we were here, but let's just check. No, okay. Maybe we pulled it out and put it back. All right, and firepower. So these are going to be added to our setup here in a little bit. So let's put these up there. Okay. All right, so then we made it on to 3. 3 says you scoop some water into your pot to examine the oily green film that floats on top of it. Your snout reels back after sniffing it. You look at the others and silently shake your head. The message is clear: no drinking. Retrieve mission card 3 from the discovery deck and add it to the bottom of the missions deck. Put this character's influence card into play. So that would have been Ringer, was the first to encounter that. All right, and mission card 3. Okay, toxic water. Okay, so I think we took care of everything here. I use this to advance the story. Toxic water's going in. These guys have all disappeared now. And let's see if there's anything else we want to do with Messiah. We could save these, or we can use these now to scavenge that token. Let's go ahead and scavenge the token. I'm just going to spend this one here for 2, 3 to 2, 0. Okay, we get this last token, which is to scrap. So we are up to 7. Okay, so exiting, we get to move to an adjacent space on the travel map. Okay, so here we are back at our flooded street. This page is called Puddle Paddle. And the encounter we drew ended up telling us to go to E1, which in turn told us to put a star token here, and the situation is safe. Again, this whole forced movement area means that if we're standing on, say, this space and we draw a threat card, we get pushed to this space. This is the only space we can exit from because we don't have the milk carton boat, and it has to be safe, but that's perfect. So for right now, we are all here. Okay, we have already done 2 because this is actually where we found the fish hook and thread the first time, but we have not made it across the water yet. So if we have the ability to, we can make it up here to the star. Again, it's very undefined as to whether or not these are blue lines here. Like, might not be able to tell on the camera, but this is solid white, and this is kind of like a faded blue, so these must be solid blue lines. So I can't go this way. I have to go into this area here. This is dotted, and I don't want to go this way because this is where the boat would be. So best I can figure is we're gonna have to go here, then up 2 more, and these are all going to be blue lines since they're solid. We do have the fish hook at some point or another that we can make use of, so we'll see what we want to do here. All right, so I believe Messiah was last on that last page, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Since Ringer added his own card, we are good to go. So let's see what we want to do here. Mamma mia. All right, so let's start by playing this to move into here. That's fine, and then I'm going to play my own card to do a skill test. 5 against 3. We got it. So we got ourselves 3 scrap. We're up to 10. Then I am going to spend, now correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe I can play this as a blue movement 1 and boost it with that, since they share the same number, which can allow me to go 1 and 2 up here. Okay, yeah, I like that. And we're gonna save the fish hook here, and we'll hold on to this card. Pretty sure that's legal. So Ringer is in danger of being swept away, but that's fine. Let's see what happens with Messiah. Okay, all right, so Messiah does bring out a card. So Ringer is gonna get pushed down to here, pushed back. And Messiah has no, oh, he does have a blue card. Okay, So Messiah can move right here, move in for 1. Then he's going to spend this bad boy to go 1, 2, 3 and get up here into the starred space. Now let's see here. You see a half-drowned mouse clinging to a cork. While sharing a space with the star token, a character can try to pull the mouse to safety by resolving a strength test difficulty 4. Okay, alright, so I have 2 here. Let's see. I could do a reroll, but I don't have a white one. So I think what I'm going to do is just hold on to all this stuff now. I am going to, well, no, let's just try it. Let's give it a try. So here's 1, 2, 3. Since they're all 1s, I just need a positive number here on my card, on my dice. Yes, okay, so what does it read? Success. With a great heave, you pull the mouse to safety. It's a young, full, trembling, and malnourished. You quickly share some food with it. -1 food, that's fine, we can do that. Some food, water, and dry clothes. Discard the star, okay. If able, +1 population. All right, we're up to 12. Put all characters' influence cards into play. All right, so Messiah now has this in his hand, and that's it. Okay. All right, so we rescued the little bloke. That's fine. Feel good about myself. All right, so over to Ringer. Now Ringer basically just needs to get the heck on out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so again, Ringer's gonna get pushed down here, but that's all right. And Messiah is also gonna get pushed down here, which actually kind of helps us a little bit. Ringer's gonna spend this to get up on the shore. And then let's spend this. So he's at 4 to 3. Performing range tag. Okay, let's just do 4 to 3 here. All right, so we've got 1. Let's see if we can't get them both. 2 batteries. Okay, 2 more batteries. I don't have anything to use batteries with yet, so you just throw these over here because they're just all going to go to the colony supply. And then we'll spend this guy. We're going to try and do it again. All right, so we got this one, which is 3 food. Perfect. Okay. And then I'm going to use this guy to get the heck on out of here. I think. Hold on. Let me see what... Oh, heavy objects. We now need to carry the heavy object. Do I? No. I don't need to carry a heavy object. Yeah, there's nothing on here that says I actually need to carry this guy. Situation safe. Okay. So yeah, that guy can walk. All right, so Ringer's out of here. We just need to get Messiah out safely. He's already got 1 card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, oh boy. We definitely need to get the heck on out of here, but I think we can do it. These are going to go over here. First, technically, we need to resolve Calamity, which we are at 4 to 3, so we need a negative number here, +2. All right, Calamity says the hunt situation if enemies are in play hostile. Okay, so that actually worked out because we have no enemies in play. But if I make it to the end of my turn here without getting off the map, we're going to get +1 time. If there are enemies in play, the situation becomes hostile and resolve any enemy turn. Otherwise, discard all threat cards from the threat deck. Okay, so these are coming back, but I really don't want more time added, but I think I can get there because I've got this here, which is going to get me off and onto there. Last but not least, here it says you scramble to the edge of a curb where you gather for a look at a fancy house. A car had smashed into the front and a portion of the house has collapsed. It would be rather easy to get inside. Most of the other houses in this community had burned when the fires raged. Retrieve mission card 19, we already did that. If you are on mission 8C, upon exiting this page, go to the success entry listed on your main mission card. So We will now get out of there. I had plenty of movement cards to spare, but I'm not going to need them. Let's figure out what we're doing here. All right, this goes there. Okay, so success for this mission is 9911. Oh, banish this card. Okay. If all 3 house hunting mission cards are now in the banished deck box, read the following. And they are. You have done well, my young providers. Patch smiles with pride at the resourcefulness. For days, I have been fretting about you out there. It's a terribly dangerous world, but it seems my worry has been naught. I've been wanting to reach out to some of the local colonies to form alliances. We're now going to build a market and try to get some trade going for the things we need. Retrieve the Market Colony structure card from the Discovery deck and add it to the Colony Supply deck box. The players may look through their ability deck and choose an additional ability for each character, whether or not they were in play. Go to 101. Okay, so here is the Market card. The market allows citizens to trade goods they've made with other citizens and even with visitors from another colony. Prerequisites, it says I have to have a colony of 15 plus, so I'm wondering if do I just get this for free? I think I do. Hold on, let me flip back one page here real quick. It says 9911, retrieve the Market Colony structure card from the Discovery deck and add it to the Colony Supply deck box. Okay, yeah. So I guess we just get this. At the start of the counting step for each colony phase, we have population +1 at the start. What? Bonus. At the start of the accounting step for each colony phase, population +1. Why would I want that? At the start of the accounting step, as many times as you like, you may exchange 2 of any of the following for 1 of any of the following. So I can turn in scrap to equal food or batteries and such. Okay, so that'll be interesting. Here's what the other side looks. Beginning of the next playthrough, I'll put all the cards together on there so you can see what our colony is looking like. And then this is the side goal, side mission, Exterminators. So this reads, you have the Exterminators prevention during the event step of this mission's colony phase. Go to step 2 on page 101. So we did not find any clues that turn, so that's fine. All right, event step. While the characters are away, subtract the time value. For each event that befell your colony, reveal an encounter card. Okay. So the encounter card we are revealing is number 1, which could be helpful because 1 through 3, roaches. They chewed their way in through the plastic. Before we knew it, they had made it off with a portion of our food. Raid, food -2. Retrieve encounter card 3 from the Discovery deck and add it to the bottom of the encounter deck. If encounter card 3 is no longer in the Discovery deck, retrieve encounter card 5 instead. Prevention, coffee cans, and Exterminators. Okay, so I prevent all of that, I believe, because I gained the Exterminators keyword right back here. You have the Exterminators prevention during the event step, which kind of makes sense because since we took on that side mission, we loaded 1 and 4 into our deck, and so we knew 1 was near the top. So that's interesting. It almost makes it like you are gonna get a pass for your event step. All right, accounting step. I need to reduce my food now down to 8. Although, do I need to do +1? Okay. So maybe 7? Again, I'm gonna have to look into that. All right, and then build step, which is back here to 104. All right, so last but not least, we have the market now. Now, if players successfully complete mission A, B, and C, the market will be built automatically without having to pay its cost or meet prerequisites. Okay, perfect. So we got that out of the way. I only have 10 scrap, so let me show you guys this here. We've already got the workshop, so I can cover that up. We already got members hut. Public council, I could buy expanded nest. The nesting areas will be in the couch and sitting chair. The citizens will burrow. Allows you to go above 15. It's only going to cost 7. I built the trading post, lookout post last time. I can't build the water pump or the... See, it would be really nice to go ahead and do training grounds. So maybe we will just go ahead and do expanded nest. That'll take us down to 3 scrap, and we can now go above 15 population. Because this once again says at the start of the accounting step for each colony phase, population +1. So eventually we will get to be able to unlock the training grounds. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That was our conclusion of our house hunting campaign. A little mini campaign that was 3 scenarios long. From here, I'll have to look. I'm not sure what mission we're going to tackle next. Again, my focus is getting the garden going, because it's going to help us produce food. But before we can do that, we have to get the water pump. And before we can do the water pump, we have to get mission card 4 out and complete it. And I haven't even seen that card yet. So that's kind of where we're headed. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider giving it a thumbs up. And if you want to be alerted when my next Aftermath video drops on YouTube, please consider subscribing to the channel and hit that bell icon so you can be notified every time I release videos. Once again, thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.